tips today. A lot of rain. France is under a storm. And I think that's about 60, 70 miles per hour, kilometers per hour of wind, which equates to probably 30 miles per hour of wind, 35 miles. Yeah, that's kind of windy, so no drone, because I've been shooting some drone shots recently. No drone for today, of course. And also, I haven't put the camera here because it's getting wet. And since because the reason why I mainly got this angle is also, of course, because I'd rather just see me from face on to compare to Rory's and so on. But the other reason is the lens that I had before was too not wide enough for me to put the camera here, and so it was really difficult to get a nice shot. But with this lens, I think we got a perfect down the line view. I'm getting wet already here. Wow. Anyway, we're gonna have to train and see a little bit more. No, backfield. Oh, my computer is getting wet as well, so I'm gonna have to put it up there. So yes, last session was great. Honestly, I'm getting back to it because I've managed to do 115 average for the session, actually 15.3 average for the session. So that's great. So let's try to revalidate that. This week is no more than that. I'm not expecting to go above 115. That's not the point of this week. This week is just about getting back to it. Then next week, we will be chasing 116. The week after 118. 116, 117, 118. And that's going to be the mesocycle we are going to enter next week. Anyway, let's start to work to warm up. I'm going to share with you a little bit of the technique that I want to work on today. And we'll see. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, a lot of crosswind, so I need to be mindful of that. A straight shot is going to fade for sure, quite a lot. So one of the things that I wanted to work on last session was kind of my left arm here. I tried to kind of set the club a little more to hyperextend my left arm, but my hand was still a little bit high compared to Rory's. And so what I'm thinking is, instead of just loading and then as I move the club back, kind of setting the club, pulling the club down, it's almost as I'm loading my right side here and moving the club slightly away, I already need to kind of push that left hand down to kind of create the set of the club very early. And then as I'm continuing, I don't know, it's just there's still a little bit of something to figure out here. Okay, Trackman, as usual, don't get the wedges, I don't know why. Anyway, just hit one or two more and we'll see with the 8 iron. So, loaded, but really quickly start kind of setting the club. No, not yet? Okay, doesn't want. Okay, one more and we want the 8 iron. So that's going to depend, because if it does, yeah, that doesn't motivate me to hit a lot of balls today. But I would want to at least do the same at last time, like 50 drive and maybe 20 or 30 after the speed 6. Okay, that's also, since I'm going to move on to the 8 iron, but so as I told you, I was kind of working on getting strong at the top and then kind of transferring that feeling of being strong all the way until in back. And so I've been engaging my right side a lot more. But what I saw in the video against Rory is kind of I starting getting the club a little flat at the top, especially when I start going down. Well, so pretty much when I I come back down here, I was kind of flat compared to Ruiz, that seemed to be some steep almost. And so what I've been thinking is probably because I'm engaging the right side, this is shallowing the club. And so my feeling of being strong here, because it's just a different timing, I think, in terms of applying the force to the ground, where me, I was kind of trying to apply it very quickly, where it seems that Rory is kind of getting extremely wide, creating a lot of torque. Torque is mainly the width, your body mass is away from the club mass at the top, and then it's kind of dropping to kind of reach the ground, and so it doesn't really start pushing through the ground that early. The first thing in his downswing is kind of go for the ground to then boom explode up, and I think that's the main difference. Where me, as soon as the width at the top is over, I kind of push into the ground and throw, which I think is fine. But for me, in order, because since I'm not a big guy, I'm quite light in terms of weight, I think the fact that Rory is going first down is kind of letting his weight drop so he can then accelerate, and that artificially creates more body mass. So when he pushes into the ground, he have more thing to push against, if that makes sense. Where me, by not dropping at the beginning before exploding, I'm kind of working only with the mass I have. I don't create artificially more mass. And so, and also I think what's happening is, since I'm just throwing and going inside by bringing the club, it shallows the club a little too much, where if at the top I kind of boom, go down that way before driving the right side through and exploding up. I see that maybe the difference between Rory's and so what that means is, okay, I'm wide, and then I move down and boom, up. Something like that. I know that's weird, but we'll get there, we'll get there. I'm going to keep explaining this idea a little further. I kind of feel that I can create somewhat of some decent power with that motion. I just need to get it straight. So the knee backswing is just about creating as much width and torque as possible. The beginning of the downswing, you go for the ground a lot lower, and then you explode. Okay, 92.8 iron is very fast. I mean, I missed the ball completely, so the ball speed wasn't that great, but in terms of raw club speed is really fast, so I think we're on to something here. Okay, 90 again. I mean, that's slightly slower, but I felt it was slower. Also, there is something that might be a little different with iron and driver. The full motion that I've explained is going to work maybe well with the driver, or with the iron, maybe more just going down and compressing the ball as much as possible. So let's just try that. Yeah, feel better to just go for the ground and compress the ball as much as possible. So yeah, I drew it with a wind left to right, in stupid amount of left to right wind. Yeah, that's crazy. But honestly, I'm putting some effort but not a lot of energy, and I'm getting above 90 with my 8 iron, which is great. It's really, really great. Let's see if I can actually do it better. Okay, 90 again. Okay, that's fine because usually I don't get that fast with my 8 iron. I build up speed as we go up in club. So here we are going to see if that if I can translate it with higher clubs and see even and see if with the drivers that makes somewhat of a difference. Because what I would like to be able to really go for this 116, 117, 118 mesocycle is somewhat by the end of this week to really feel comfortable with 115. Not having to push too hard to get there. Just to have some margin of safety to be sure that I'm able to hit those numbers. Because remember, each time I set a goal for the week, this week is a little bit special since it's just reactivation, but next week the goal is 116, so that means for each session I will attempt 117 ball, 117 per ball to make sure I'm averaging above 116. So it means that the last swing, the last week of the mesocycle, which is 118, will mean that I will need to go for 119 on every swing. So that's another level. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Oh yeah, that feels much better. I feel kind of the club snapping through, releasing. I mean, that's not as good as I would want, because it's really kind of weird. But maybe I can do something. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. 96 with a 6 iron. I mean, Rory is averaging, I think, about 100 miles per hour with a 6 iron, so I'm not there yet. But it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've been able to do 96 with a 6 iron. Oh, the sun. Just that when I'm moving down like this, then it's really difficult to kind of use my right side. I don't know, there's something I'm not there yet. I would like to kind of merge the two here together into one single motion, the one that I was doing before and the one now. Yeah, something like that. Trying to both go down and engage the right side. Okay, one more and more to the 5 wood. I think with the 5 wood it's going to be slightly easier to get it done. Also, yes, setting the club early. That's also something I need to think about. Okay. Not bad this one. In terms of flow of the swing. And that was a good ball. Good ball. It's a little bit short. Okay. Now we are moving to the fun stuff. Because remember, yesterday, 2 days ago, we've managed to do a 110. Actually, a 10.9 with a 5 wood, which was the best I ever done. So let's see if I can actually do it again. Let's not get too crazy about it, but still, let's see. Yeah, I changed to 5 wood. Let's go. Okay, that was beauty. The wind just take it off. Okay, that's raw. Okay. Yeah, that's slightly faster. With a feeling of being strong, but yeah, I wanted to come less from the inside by actually dropping and so on, but I'm going even more, even more. It's weird. Okay, let's try something. Okay. What I did here is I pretty much just do the over the top motion directly all the way until impact to really avoid getting too much inside, and then through impact I kind of drive my right side just to square it, and avoid missing it left. Kind of the thing here. Okay, we're not quite there. I mean, I've eaten pretty late, so maybe it's digestion start ramping up here. Okay, that's slow. Yeah, definitively I start feeling the digestion. But what about trying to do what I was doing with my 6 iron and moving down and up through the wall? Okay, slightly faster. Slightly faster. Moving down is great, but you need to move back up. 160 ball speed. Whoa. Okay, interesting. On to something. Wow. I start feeling tired. And I forgot my no. Bottle of water is in the car. Let's bring it. Also, that was the last one with the 5 wood, so we are fine with that. Let's take it. Let's bring my bottle of water. So I wanted to do kind of 50 ball, but I'm going to have to do it anyway because because I really like kind of eaten just before the session, and with the iron I didn't feel it, but here with the firewood I start feeling it. It's digestion starting here, so I think I'm gonna need at least 50, maybe 70 balls to just digest everything, so I can be ready for the speed phase. Okay, or at least one more with firewood and move on to driver. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of yeah, I try to kind of activate a little more my right side, but I feel that the club is shallowing a lot when I do that. So yeah, that's really about going down. Let's try again. Going down and then driving the right side through as you go through impact, but and up also as well. Doesn't seem that in the end that will generate more speed, just the pattern is slightly different, just that. Yep. Anyway, so okay, I'm probably a little tired here, let's be honest. I don't know, this is maybe just the digestion. But yeah, 110 is not happening today, for sure. That doesn't mean we can't have a nice. So, also, I'm going to eat those one because you remember the right one here was kind of flying very a lot. They are flying kind of a lot. But I have all those ones that are not flying that much ready for the driver. But I think as we warm up, that should be fine. And also, since it's raining, it probably will not kind of fly too much inward. So that's going to be okay. But I think the wind's kind of a little bit against. So yeah, should be fine. Should be fine. So let's change to driver. Oh, I want to take a nap. Let's go. Okay, of course, since I'm moving down on it a lot more. Yeah, I kind of need to close that club face a little before driving the right side through. At least I'm eating fade, which is not very common for me. That was going to be hard. But let's focus on the thing that allow me to generate speed. Strength at the top, strength to the transition. Just the transition is going to be slightly different here. Okay, slightly faster. Oh. Okay, let's try that. Okay, it seems that I need to kind of release the club a little more than what I was doing before. Wow, digestion is killing me. Got the last one. It's not really the team of today. Left. Wow. Yeah, I'm clearly not 115 there. 115 is not there. Actually, I've been thinking. Because I have a theory of the gym gain that you're making. For instance, I think when you are adding a full plate on each lift, bench, squat and deadlift, you are gaining 10 miles per hour. So that's pretty much my kind of expectation. So if a full plate, so that's 40 kg, mean and gain 10 miles per hour, it means that a 10 kg is about 2.5 miles per hour. So that would make sense, because here you see I'm seeing 12.5 and I'm kind of swinging in between and so on. Well, this week I haven't really got to my full half plate. I kind of went only 10 kg below the plate I've been doing. So maybe the 115 is really the half plate, because for the squat, for instance, that's 160 and I've done only 150. So there's 10 kg difference, and maybe that 10 kg is just preventing me from that 2.5 miles per hour easy 115. Maybe that's something to consider. I haven't thought of it. And the ifs at 2.5, which means that if I reach the full plate, yeah, it should bring me to an easy 120. So full plate would be 140 on the bench, 180 on the squat, and 220 on the deadlift. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Also, I don't feel strong at the top. That's weird. That's something I don't like though. Ah, wake up. Okay, that's true. That's fucking true. I don't know how it does it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, it's kind of going over the top, but kind of also building the lat, closing the club face. So I'm arriving with a very strong club face at impact, which makes sense somewhat. Well, I know that I'm faster when I get a strong club face. So let's try to get that feeling of having a very strong club face at impact and just ripping it through. So the thing that I'm kind of subconsciously retaining myself when I'm missing right, when my face is kind of weak, because if I accelerate too much, I'm going to miss right. So by having a very strong club face that kind of want to shut extremely, that allow me to really accelerate aggressively and not being scared of missing right. So let's try that. Strong club face. Wasn't that strong, but felt a little bit. So I need to kind of not think too much about the output because of the wind, I told you. Okay, we start getting close to the distance that are actually problematic. But not there yet. Yeah, that was weird. back. I mean, of course, because I'm getting a very strong club face here, I don't feel strong. Okay, let's get strong here. Not focus on impact, just top and downswing, being strong. We'll see impact after. Okay, here we go. Got me a little more energy. Felt absolutely awful, but that's like and then I need to kind of do the things through impact to kind of avoid getting that face shot, but I think that's kind of what the motion before impact. So. Okay. Everybody's there. Okay. That's so smooth. But that's clearly a problem of inefficiency, not really anything else. Somewhat okay, but it just won't feel. That feels awful. Awful. Maybe that's because I'm switching pattern a little here. A lot actually. Oh, now I'm thinking about it. Since I'm doing more. That makes sense. Because see, I was doing kind of lateral motion, and that's how I was creating power, where here it's almost more a vertical motion, so the backswing I need to kind of go high, down and high. Let's try that. High, boom, and high. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, definitely that. Just that I was kind of doing two different patterns, and I mean that makes more sense because Rory is kind of more high with his hand, going low, so using more vertical motion. And it seems that I'm not using vertical motion that much. That made me just that the pattern here is slightly different. And I didn't get a good, just a near efficient feeling. So. yeah, I don't get. I need to be more patient here to kind of go down, whoosh, and kind of release the club. That's about it. I need to be more. My brain is hurt. I thought it was going to be a little faster than that, but God. Hey, if I'm fully okay, let's try something. Okay, didn't work. But I mean, I have touched the mat right there and I still 112 almost. May want to test another one. What I did is I kind of, once I'm at the top here, I just try to engage the lower body and I don't do anything with my upper body, just, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, there is some weird stuff here. I don't know how he does it. So let's try that. Yeah, I felt faster. So what I did here is kind of, okay, try to kind of go with the upper body before bam, accelerating. But not the arm, just the core. Getting my chest down. Okay, slightly faster. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should use Stinger. That's going to help me understand the motion, maybe. Okay. Actually, I don't have an issue with the distance here. The ball is going so low, the carry is relatively short. Let's see if I can get even faster without going really steep on the ball. Yeah. Yeah. There is some weird stuff here. Okay, let's try what I was trying earlier, closing the club face enormously, but kind of trying to create a ton of spine tip and impact, getting behind the ball. It doesn't seem that I'm getting easier out of it. Yep, eating just before coming here is not a good idea. I need to leave at least 1 or 2 hours. Okay, let's try that. Okay. I mean, I saw like Joe Damon a video with a TPI. I was mesmerized, to say the least, to how fast he is able to swing the club given how unathletic he is. I mean, that's insane. I didn't thought that. I mean, that kind of confirmed what I was thinking, is that ball striking is everything. Distance held, but that's not the point. Putting held, but that's not the point. Chipping held, but that's not the point. Ball striking is everything, because his strength is precision. And so I mean, that's insane how unathletic he is compared to what you would expect for the PGA Tour. Yet he's able to kind of keep his card and keep competing against the best, and sometimes even get in position of winning. So yeah, that was very surprising. So that doesn't mean you don't have to do it, but it's just that the way he was explaining is so, even if it's unathletic, he has a swing that is so efficient that he's able to produce a very decent amount of speed compared to his actual strength level. And that's where I think I'm kind of getting, that's why I'm not just getting stronger in the gym, I'm working here as well, just to figure out how to be more efficient as well. Well, let's try that actually. Okay. So what I try is kind of relax my wrist a little, because I was kind of really pushing the shaft here. So that's great to be strong, but you need to be strong with the arm, but relax with the wrist. That's kind of what so the club kind of builds the lag and you can release it. And that's what the thinking of more efficient I was thinking about here. And I think that's what I was lacking right there. Slightly faster. It's less. That's way more efficient, for sure. Way more efficient. Okay, got it. Yeah, because here's the deal. If I go down and pull on the club at the same time, the club is retaining me from going down. Where if The moment I'm going down, I'm kind of building the lag. The fact I'm building the lag I'm not pulling on the club at this exact moment where I'm building the lag. So I can go down and build the lag at the same time, and then whoosh, release it after. So I think that's where I need to really focus my energy on. Is wide and very high, build the lag, and whoosh, so I can release it on the way through very efficiently. Okay, we got some 114 going on. Okay, that's great. So I start feeling slightly better. That's great as well. And that's what's difficult for me, because to be able to get the club in the right position, I kind of need to push the shaft, but here I need to kind of build the lag. So if I build the lag, I don't create the pressure on the shaft, and so I'm risking to shallow it. So it's really about kind of really going and building the lag while having my upper body that is dropping here. So I need to shallow it in some way, because I'm not going to be able to build lag if I don't shallow it, but on the same time I need to kind of get my upper body really over the ball. Okay, something like that. So I start feeling that I'm a lot on the toe of my feet, which feel kind of weird. And that start getting a little bit out of control. I don't know what to say. Okay. What is really annoying is I keep getting different kind of feeling, figuring things out. It's just a struggle to put everything together. Kind of annoying. Let's try that. Pretty much just in terms of triangle with the arm, just feeling this all the way until impact, and then try to do everything else with the rest of my body to kind of make sense. But yes, trying to get the arm to just rotate that way, but then I'm going to kind of build the lag. That's awful. Yeah, I might just need to keep repeating the pattern, because it's like for now I'm stuck into kind of using my upper body to get up on the ball and not enough my lower body, where I need to kind of do in the opposite, kind of getting down on the ball with the upper body and up with the lower body. and I think I need to just keep working. So I'm going to do that for the next 10 ball. I think just focus on that, going down with the upper body and up with the lower body. Might need to work on that a little. That's a nice shot. That's just slow, but that's a nice shot. Let's try to get faster then. You know what, sometimes it's just good to focus on the flow of the swing, stop getting bogged down into the detail. I think I'm just going to do that, try to get faster without really thinking too much. Just making sure I'm going over the top with my upper body and driving up with the lower body. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it's just that I don't need to have to change everything. Just that when I was thinking about the right arm, so I was kind of pushing here and going here, kind of a lot of inside though. Where here, I probably should just do the same thing, but BAM! Moving much deeper onto it. So that's pretty much the same motion, it's just instead of going inside out, just try and boom, go more vertical here. Feeling strength at the top, everything until I did. Okay, that's fine if that is right for now. I'm not focusing on where the ball is going, but okay, we got a little faster. Oh. Okay, let's try that. Clearing my left side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because when I clear my left side, that's allow me to kind of close my face. So I kind of do, okay, great. I need to do both. Very strong with the right side, going down. And clear my left side to close the curve face and get straight. Okay, great, great. Nah. Okay, that's faster. That you don't feel great. Okay, slightly better. It drew a little, so it probably could have gone back a little. The wind prevented it. I think that was a great shot. Dead center of the face. Okay, we're still a little slow. Okay, that might come. Yeah, I went really hard with the left side here. And I really need to drive my right side through as well, so let's try to do it again. So first 1:15 of the session, so that's great. I mean, did we got one already? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Wow. And that's a timing issue. Okay, I'm activating my left, because when you activate the left side a lot, you kind of get a lot from the inside. I don't know, maybe not. Actually, that's weird. Sorry. You know what? Since it's kind of bright and stopped raining, maybe I should put the camera over there. Maybe. Or I mean, that's okay for once. Let's just have a session from down the line. For a change. Wind. It just I feel weird at the top. I'm not able to come back down while feeling strong. What's that? Wow, that's slow. Okay, I didn't know where I was aligned, but actually I'm aligned just in between the pools. That's one started dead straight and then faded away because of the wind. Wow, that's so slow. I don't feel strong. Yeah, because I think it's just that I'm forcing the upper body to be low, but not using it for anything. Well, if I actually kind of go down with the upper body, kind of go up, maybe I can use that as a weight to get faster. Yeah, slightly. See, that I don't really like here, because I'm slow. I mean, that's a reactivation week, so I shouldn't be worried that much. But yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I would like to kind of have a lot of 115 already. That's kind of what I want to say. And here, that feels easier. Just I'm shadowing the club a lot more. I'm more in my kind of system rather than Rory's. I'm getting out of my posture a lot. I don't know how he does. Yeah, the only way I see it is kind of something like that to make it work. Okay, just maybe that's just because I'm not used to it, although I feel inefficient. So what I'm thinking is kind of, okay, I go down a lot on it, and then it's because if I just do that, I'm going to get out of posture. So I go down, and then I try to rotate up through the ball. And that's the only way I see how to make it work. I don't know how anyway, or other than that. If I miss the timing, maybe I'm going to get there with a speed stick, find a way to make it work. I'm going to keep eating the rest of the balls here, I think. We're going to get to 60 balls somewhere. Yeah, we are 51 already. 51, okay. That's the case. Ripping it through